Today we're making a cocktail with Dole, pineapple, orange, banana juice. And no, they're not a sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by our fans. You can show your support at everydaydrinkers.tv/donate. You guys are like the grenadine in our tequila sunrise. Without you, we just have alcoholic orange juice.
Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Shelmer. Today we're going to create the Juicy. This recipe was submitted by Chris G, not to be confused with Kenny G, who doesn't sound anything like Chris G unless he does. I've never heard Chris G sing.
Yeah, so, he could sound just like Kenny G. He could be the next upcoming whatever music that is.
This is where everybody goes, oh, you're on a Friday. You must be drunk. No, the first episode, I stumbled along and everything, and now I'm getting my groove back. That's all it is. Shaking my head to see if I was drunk. No, further. No such luck. So this recipe, we have 1.5 ounces of Pinnacle Whipped. I really wish that I had seen, or they had, a bottle of Pinnacle Whipped that was like the size of this. Because this thing is unwieldy. I don't need a liter of whipped. Apparently I do.
Of course you do, because we've been using it like crazy.
Now, everybody, well, not everybody, I kind of generalize. More than one person has asked.
Then it must be everyone.
How do I make whipped cream vodka? I don't know. I don't know how to make anything.
I didn't make it. Pinnacle did.
No, I get a lot. How do I make this? I don't know. So what I typically do is I go up to Google and say, how do I make, and I type in whatever you guys ask. It tells me, I tell you, and you're like, dude, you're a genius.
Like, yeah, I am.
No. So Google has saved me in so many ways because I don't know anything. I just ask Google, and it gives me the answer, and I send it to you. Sometimes I send you the link. That way you can read the whole thing and I don't have to reiterate and don't take credit for it all. But if you want to know how to make whipped vodka, I don't know, but I will somehow find out. I have a hard time understanding how to do it because it seems like it would come out white. But
not if they have that good strainer that you just bought.
Yeah, dude. So somebody had, I wish I could remember their name. I didn't think it was going to come up. But somebody had said you should get this cool coffee espresso like filter machine that they have. By the way, this is 3 ounces of coconut rum on thinkgeek.com.
Which is good because we have about 5 of those now.
3 bottles of this. I keep buying them thinking I don't have any. And so I went out and I went to Amazon. They had it. I have a lot of Amazon points for my credit card. So I bought this cool, it's really a coffee strainer. You put coffee in it and you push it down. It's sort of like the French press, but it's kind of new age and fancy and cheap. And it seems like it'd be pretty cool. So next time I make my filtered product, coconut rum for my buddy Don's parents, I'm going to try this, and maybe I'll even videotape the filtering of it because I think it's kind of neat. It's a neat idea.
And maybe it'll be clearer.
Yeah. My goal is to make it more clear, which goes back to the filtering of whipped vodka. I have a hard time thinking that you'll be able to make a whipped vodka using whipped cream that's not going to impose a white color. But I think it'd still be cool if it was whipped. This is a lot. I think it would be neat. So we're going to put this in here. Oh, I was supposed to build it in here.
You're supposed to build it in there.
So I'm going to do this. Oh, Jesus. Only because I'm going to then,
Don't
the
you
ingredients.
Need ice, though?
Huh? It's okay.
But if you're not going to know.
I'll have a little left over, but the portions will be right. Whatever. I'll worry about that later. It's 1.5 ounces of the Pinnacle Whip, or any whip, Smirnoff Whip, whatever. 3 ounces of coconut rum, 1.5 ounces of triple sec. Fill with Dole Orange, pineapple, banana juice. That's what it looks like if you want to find it. I don't know of another substitute. I don't think this is open yet. So if you don't have this, will banana juice or banana orange juice or any of the other things substitute? I don't know. Give it a try and let me know. Which is what I also tell people when they ask me about substitutions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it in here. I'm going to pour it to fill about there.
You can substitute anything. It won't necessarily give you the same flavor, but
do it. We're all about experimentation here. We don't know what the heck we're doing. I don't even know how I'm going to fit ice in here. See?
You know why your voice got all high like a girl?
Yeah. That's what you do when you're confused.
Oh, I see.
All right. Shake that up. And no, the shaker's never exploded on the set and doused me in alcohols and other stuff. It's leaked a few times.
And yes, you shake it the right way.
Yeah, and this is the way you shake it. We've had people say that Don, on our episodes where we recorded over his parents' house, shook it this way. Shake it this way. That way, if it breaks, you don't throw glass at your friend's face or customer if you're a bartender. It's just courtesy. Plus, if it breaks open, you don't splash them with everything. There's a lot of good reasons not to shake in the other direction. So just don't.
Just don't, because I said.
Now, I'm going to dump some ice in here. We're going to end up with some leftovers, because there's no way we're going to be able to fill this entire thing. But you can probably make 2 highballs. But I am literally sitting here smelling this, and it smells wonderful. So I don't think there's going to be any problem with serving multiple.
Coconut and whipped and triple sec. Yeah, that's gonna go down easy.
People have been submitting recipes recently, and they're totally tailoring them to things that I like. And I said that. Somebody submitted a recipe the other day, and it was like, I'm reading all the ingredients. Hypnotic was in there, I know that, and some other ingredients. I'm like, dude, you are making this as a common man cocktail recipe. It's everything I'd do if I were to make a recipe or things that I enjoy in the show. And that's what people are doing. And this kind of falls in that category. It's got a great, like, banana look to it. Right? There's a banana look to it. Mm-hmm. Smells like coconut.
Could be pineapple-y, though, too.
And whipped cream. 2 things that I would never put together in real life, but in a drink.
Oh, come on.
Okay, when were you going to put coconut and whipped cream together?
When you eat your coconut, put whipped cream on it.
Who eats coconuts? Just like, and it's so dry.
Well, scoop it out. You wouldn't just bite it like that.
You wouldn't do either of those things. And you definitely wouldn't put whipped cream in there.
People like coconut.
Do you guys eat coconut raw, just eat right into it?
Scoop, see? I said, not eat.
Okay, fine, scoop. Either way, it's the same thing.
No, because if you go like, you're getting all that rind, the husk.
I'm guessing you're smart enough not to eat the husk part. Okay, if you're not, use a spoon. It's like, you can eat like this with a cantaloupe and you don't have to eat the rind. Right?
No, I'd use a spoon for that too.
Oh my gosh. You gotta get down with your, like, primitive self. Get down with the primitive self.
No, I don't do meat on bones either.
That's true, you don't.
See?
It's weird.
I've graduated past my primitive self.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. This is like a pina colada on steroids.
Oh.
It is. It's like, why is that? Oh, there's pineapple juice in here. Pineapple, coconut rum. The only thing you're missing in this recipe is like a Coco Lopez cream of coconut. But you get the whip in there to distract you. It's like a whipped cream pina colada. Does that not sell it right there? And it looks cool. Pina coladas are white. Meh. This has a neat little color to it.
Oh, they're slushy.
I'll go with that. Take this, if you're going to make this recipe, challenge for you. Blend it. Comment, tell me how much better it tastes. Or worse, but I'm thinking it'll probably be better. Just like make a blended version of this and leave some feedback. Send me a photo, dshomer at everydaydrinkers.com or Cocktail TV on Facebook.com and put your picture of a blended version of the juicy. Because juicy doesn't necessarily mean it has to be liquid form.
See, I always think juicy, and
Audible.
for some reason, I always think darker juice. I don't know why.
Juicy
I think of like juicy juice.
Like a purple grape?
Or red.
This is going to hurt you. This is going to creep up and cause some damage. 3 ounces in this, with a little bit in here, of coconut rum and 1.5 ounces of vodka. You are going to be hurting if you have too many of these, and they're very easy to drink. So take your time and blend it so that you get the ice cream headache and you can't drink it as fast. That's my only suggestion. Question of the day.
Other than that, just get drunk.
Yeah, you will get hurt real fast. So for
you
people
just make one and don't make another.
Who are saying, I need a drink though, get me drunk really fast. Question of the
Down
day.
a bottle of vodka.
This
That'll
by
get you
itself.
drunk really fast.
Ooh, that could have been very messy. Will definitely make you drunk really fast. Question of the day.
Can I interrupt you again?
No. No. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. If my goal, we're outgrowing this space. Obviously, I have more alcohol. I should just take a flip cam and go around. There's alcohol everywhere. It's on the floor.
It was kind of funny considering you're doing that video where we started and had like 5 bottles
We had
behind
like 5
you.
bottles, and the old videos were done on the shelf behind the camera. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I've had people who said you should do something cool, make a bar, or I had mentioned a bar and like, oh, you should start a Kickstarter project. If you've never been there, go to Kickstarter.com. It's a place where people make
Beg,
things. They
plead.
beg for money. It's basically a private investor thing where people can donate money to a cause, but it's not really a donation. You're investing. You're becoming part of it, of the whole thing. You become a contributor. So I was kind of muddling around an idea, that somebody had said, hey, why don't you do a Kickstarter project to build your bar in the basement, get the lights up and everything, and make a more professional looking set. And they said, oh, I'd donate $100 to it. So I was wondering if there's anybody out there, since this goes out to everybody who watches the show, would you guys be interested in giving money for us to build out a larger set?
It doesn't have to be $100.
No, it could be $1. I don't really care. And sometimes they do rewards on Kickstarter. I don't really know how much of that I can do because the fulfillment of those rewards, if we end up getting way too much money, becomes a hassle. So I got to figure out how to handle that. But just as an overall idea, I just was wondering if people would actually donate money, invest in the show, basically is what it would be. That would be as simple as it gets. You're investing in the show. So that's it. That was the question of the day. Would you invest in the show? And roughly, I don't know, would you consider it of value to your time? EverydayDrinkers.tv, EverydayDrinkers.com, where we teach you how to drink.